it's a lot of people consider it the most beautiful lake in all of the Alps. Actually, it's a very, very, very popular lake. And it's called Lago de Braies. It's Braies is B-R-I or B-R-A-I. Yes.
Is there a translation of like what that means?
I don't have that.
Okay.
I think we figured out it was just Braies Lake. Like
I think it's
much like the other one.
Yeah, named after. And just some quick facts about the lake. It's an alpine lake. It's located 1,439 meters above sea level.
1,449.
Or 1,439 meters.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, sir.
And it was created due to the formation of a natural dam as a result of a mud drainage. As you guys can see with this mountain back here, it's called the Sikafell Mountain. I'll explain that more later. Obviously, it's a prime place with this. I mean, it's basically vertical. The relief is as high as it gets. But you can just see the mass wasting, in your face. I mean, it's just like there's nothing stopping that that carbonate from falling down. So you can see how a drainage naturally formed. It has a water surface of 32 hectares. And it's an average of 56 feet deep. So there are definitely some deep spots in the lake. And it has a maximum depth of 118 feet. That's the maximum depth.
108.
118 feet.
Guessing that's more towards the central part.
Yeah. Quite a bit. I think there's a real steep drop off right in the middle. And so visible from this lake, we haven't seen this specific group yet. It's definitely just more dolomite and limestone. A lot of the dolomite is really towards the top there, the more resistant stuff. But it's called the Sikafell Mountain. Seekofel. And it's 2,810 meters tall. And you guys can kind of see it from here. It's called the Pragser Chapel. It's that really beautiful chapel, and just right towards the left of that building there, the dock. And it was built in 1904. And it was actually used as a meeting place for prisoner exchanges of inmates that were transported to concentration camps.
So the name of the chapel again, I'm sorry.
It's Pragser, Pragser, and then Wildsee, Wildsee,
Sorry.
Wildsee.
Thank you.
And that's the other name for the lake is Pragser Wildsee. And so there's a lot of, as you guys can imagine, there's tons of legends and myths and all sorts of cool stories about this lake from the past. The one that really caught my eye, I was kind of telling you guys about this morning. There's a myth regarding, or a legend that's interesting, that supposedly when World War II ended, the Nazi army actually supposedly buried 10 tons of gold in the deepest parts of this lake. 10 tons of gold. Now, I did the math. Currently, it's really hard to estimate what a ton of gold is worth. But currently, I did the estimates. It's about $640 million worth of gold in today's time. $640 million worth of gold.
So question, if that was actually true, would it change the chemistry of the water? Would it be apparent, like they could test it and find out, or it's not? It wouldn't do any of that.
Nope.
Wow.
Gold does not dissolve, so that's going to be
It
difficult.
would just
But
kind of settle, and it would just become part of the bottom.
you could do it with a gravimetric method. If you went over it, and then gold will go woo.
Gotcha.
10 tons.
Uh-huh.
I think it's 118 meters? Or 118 feet, sorry. 36 meters. It's the deepest point there. Right. You're like, I want to go swim. Right. We'll find it. We can find it, I'm telling you. No, And so there's a lot of, the Dolomites has history from both World War I especially, and there's definitely some history from World War II as well, especially in this area. And during the war, soldiers actually from the Nazi army would stay at that hotel there. It was quite a popular hotel for them. And it was built in 1899, and believe it or not, something I found really interesting is it's still operated by the same family that opened it. So they've seen a lot, you know what I mean? I can't imagine some of the stuff they've been through. But there is a good end to the story. In 1945, the hotel played a really key role in it, actually in liberating 139 concentration camp survivors. So it really did play a key role in helping some lives be saved, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so that's Lago de Braies. What do you guys think? Was it worth it?
It's very impressive.
But yeah.
Sorry, tell me again. It was a natural dam of the river, or what?
Yeah, it
I missed that part.
let me read the exact. So it